Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Matt.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Carla.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Ooh, just under an inch of rain. Truth be told, I'm surprised that we were able to even get an inch of rain into that gauge because it was raining sideways last night. We got hit with some pretty powerful storms and we even had tornado watches in our local area, which is kind of rare. Lauren and I lost power for a few hours last night, but I didn't see any tornadoes, so I'm thankful about that. And from what I've seen so far today, we don't have any damage here at the farm, just some stuff that's been knocked over from the intense winds. Hey, what's going on in here, fellas? Good morning, ladies! While I'm down here feeding animals, you'll notice we took one of our big metal head gates and we finally put it into place. That's because Ezekiel kept breaking fence. He kept breaking fence and he kept breaking all the boards that we had here. So now I got head gates all along here and Ezekiel is no longer causing problems. I think he's not causing problems. Animals are all finished, so Daniel and I are gonna be moving on to our next job. For today, it is still Daniel, Matthew, and myself. Dad is still out in Ohio with our uncle. For those that are curious, surgery went well. He is recovering. Because of the nature of the surgery, recovery is gonna take quite a while. So my uncle and his wife are gonna be out there for an extended period of time. But my dad and my mom are coming home, I think today, and then my Aunt Becky and my Uncle Jeremy, and I think my cousin Kimberly, they're heading out there to spend more time with them. We're very fortunate that we have the large family that we do. For when something like this happens, we can be there to support each other. And here we are. The first thing that we need to get picking today is our pickling cucumbers. We got 3 rows. We got 3 people here to pick. It's gonna be a good time. Look at these rows. They are completely covering the mulch. These are cantaloupe. And when we go down a little further, we got watermelons at the other end. They didn't come up well on this end. And then down here, look at these tomatoes. This is what we like to see. The tomatoes are like completely taking over the mulch as well. From the intense temperatures that we had recently received, it really pushed these tomatoes along. And the extra rain that we got last night, well, that's only gonna add to the benefits that we see here. Standing here, and just looking down through these rows, that's gorgeous. And over there, we got more tomatoes, eggplant, and peppers. Oh yeah, this feels good. Not only does it feel good, looks good. And you know what feels good on top of feeling good about the tomatoes? It's a cooler day. We got a breeze blowing. I'm ready to get picking. Now last time we were out here picking, we made a conscious effort to try and take as many pickling cucumbers as we could. We were picking them a lot smaller than normally, and that was just to make sure that they didn't get too large for our next picking. And I think because we did that, we're starting to find a little bit less today, but that's to be expected. The plants are getting a little older. I mean, we've already been picking for a few weeks now, which is really crazy when you think about that. Due to the amount of times we go through the field, these pickling cucumbers get pretty beat up, even though we try not to do that. Also, the plants just age a little on the quicker side. So it's to be expected, but that's why we do multiple plantings. Matthew was just talking about how nice our next planting is looking. Now, it's probably gonna be a few weeks till we start picking that, but we should be able to stretch this harvest along. As long as the weather continues to be nice, we don't get any major hurricanes out of the south coming up here and dumping a lot of rain on us, I think these pickling cucumbers are gonna be just fine as long as weather conditions continue kind of similar. Our pickling cucumbers are a crop that we do our best to control them to the best of our abilities, but beyond the weather, there's not too much we can do. There are certain minerals that we will add onto our pickling cucumbers to fight against mildews, but for the most part, we haven't seen too much of that yet. As we get later on into the year, that's when that will become a problem, especially when all our storms start coming out of the south, because all the disease that is in the south when it comes to vegetables, well, that just comes right up here with the storms. But that's a whole topic for another day. We're just gonna continue picking. I want to say we picked about halfway on the rows, and we haven't been getting that many today. That's probably from how hard we picked them last time, and it's kind of to be expected. I'm thinking on Monday we'll be able to get a nice big harvest like last time. Another thing is, even though it's nice and cool and windy today, the past couple days have not been like that. It's been very, very hot. And much like me, when I get really, really hot, it stresses me out. Same with these pickling cucumbers. When it gets hot, these plants don't like it too much. They can handle it, but they don't want to produce fruit. They just want to keep themselves alive. We are going to be looking at a few days of some cooler weather, so maybe that'll help out a little bit. We're not too upset about it because we got such a big harvest last time, but I'm thinking Monday things are going to be back to normal. We finished off all the pickling cucumbers, but now we've moved over to the zucchini, yellow zucchini, and the yellow squash. And we're getting all of this picked. Now this is something that we don't need too much of, but we got to get the plants all picked off. So we're taking basically whatever we can find back to the farm market, and whatever we don't end up selling, it usually just goes to the cattle, because believe it or not, they love this stuff. And I also saw someone in the comments asking what the difference between yellow squash was and yellow zucchini. Right here we have a yellow squash, but if we move up a little bit further, here we have our yellow zucchini. So this, you can see, it's kind of shiny, kind of glossy. This definitely is not. Zucchini is nice and smooth. The squash is kind of bumpy. They both taste great though. They both are delicious. We picked off all the yellow zucchini and yellow squash. Now we are on to the green zucchini. Kind of similar to the pickling cucumbers, we had a big harvest on Monday, so we aren't expecting too much stuff to be here. And with the intense heats, we're just not expecting it to be too nice. But what we are finding looks good so far. Beautiful. Normally with zucchini, you want to be picking with a knife, but we left that in the side-by-side, and the side-by-side's parked all the way up there.
But what I'm seeing here for picking tomorrow is looking pretty nice too.
Yeah, they look really nice.
It's nice after it rains. They pop right off.
It's nice that it's not 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's also nice it's not boiling hot outside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. How do you feel about it, Matt? What word did you use?
I said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's good. Something I will note, there is quite a bit of raccoon damage in here, but that's to be expected when the corn is this short. Not too much we can do about it. It is just about ready to pick, so we're gonna have to come through here and start picking. Our next planting down here is also looking really good. And as you'll note, it's a lot taller, so we don't really need to worry about too many problems with the raccoons, but oh, that's delicious. You can see we've got an ear on every single stalk of corn. That's just about ready to pick, and this is that second planting. The silk's all dried out. I picked this one. I don't know if it's 100% ready yet, but we're just going to pull it down and see what we've got. Oh, just about. This one needs 3-4 days, maybe a week at most. And then this one will be ready to go. Just need some of these kernels to fill out a little bit more, some more size to it. That'll look pretty good. This was kind of a younger ear. I could probably pick a larger one and we would have no problem. We're kind of in a check-in field mood right now. So we're going to go hop in a side-by-side and go look around and check on some stuff. And then once we're done, we'll pick up everything that we had already harvested today. I know some of you don't like it when I eat on camera, but let me just tell you, that's quality control. It's something I am a pro at, and I need to do it. We're really just checking one field of sweet corn that has a few plantings in it. One of the varieties is like an early season variety, so we just want to see how it looks, because it might catch up to that second planting that we were looking at.
This is the later variety.
The deer have been down here eating it.
Yeah, you can see that.
I can see that for sure. This looks like it's a little bit behind. That's good. It's not going to be ready to pick right when the other stuff's ready, so that's kind of the way we want it to be. Once we finish off over there, this stuff should be about ready to go. Get the climbing, Daniel boy. Don't fall down, because that would hurt. That's quite the fall if you fall down, buddy. We got a call that somebody needed 100 bales of straw. Our little journey was cut short, and now we're getting some straw thrown down so that they can get it loaded up on our truck. You all right, buddy?
Oh, you know, just this.
There's a train coming. Choo choo. Now, something important to mention. We do have bales all the way here in the back. We're not going to be pulling those out. They're from last year. And we're getting ready to start cutting wheat, which means we're going to start baling straw. So rather than having to stack all that in back there, we're just going to be taking from the front. It's going to make stacking a lot easier on us this year. We had an account that would take anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 bales of straw, and they did not get anything this year. So we had plenty of leftover straw. So that's one thing we're not too concerned about this year. So we're going to be harvesting a little less square bales, but the other part of that is it's all going to be going into round bales. Some of you may be thinking, aren't you scared of finding snakes in there? No, but I don't like to think about it. If you just act like there can be no snakes in here, then you're good.
You have 85 on there.
We got all the straw loaded up, and we made our way over to the pickling cucumbers that we had all picked in, the zucchini. We're gonna get all this picked up and put onto the wagon. All the stuff has now been picked up. Daniel's gonna be taking it home. We're gonna get those pickling cucumbers all cleaned up and that zucchini into the cooler. Oh boy, here comes my knight in shining armor.
Hello, Uber here.
Oh, not a knight in shining armor. It's my Uber, Gavin. Thank you, Gavin.
You're welcome. Where would you like to go?
Take me home. Wave at everybody. Hey, yeah, there you go.
Wave, Callie, just like you're on the parade.
Wave like you're at the pickle parade.
She liked it. She
Lunch is a special one today. Grammy made pizza. It looks like we got a pepperoni, a cheese, a sausage, and then ooh, we got a pepper pizza. Hey everybody, I am now at home for work. We just ended up hanging out at the farm market the rest of the day. Wasn't too much crazy stuff going on. I made dinner tonight. We are having chicken tikka masala. Ooh, and it looks good. So it's the next day now because my camera randomly stopped working at home. But before we end today, there's something important we want to talk about. In my last video, I had mentioned my uncle was going through a pretty serious surgery. Surgery went well. He is recovering. Now, the only thing is, because of everything that they had to do with the major heart surgery, he is going to be far away from home for, oh geez, 3 weeks? Longer than that. And then from what I understand, they have multiple visits that they're making back out to where he got the surgery pretty recently after he comes home. So very happy he's doing okay. We're glad he made it through everything. It was a stressful time for everybody. My parents went out there, some more family members went out there, but yeah, Trey's strong. My uncle Trey, the Veggie Funkle, he's a strong man. and he's doing a good job. But yeah, I just wanted to fill everybody up on that. I don't think there's anything else. My Aunt Rhonda, she's doing good. This is stressful on her, as you could imagine. Now she's got to take care of Trey, which, come on. You know how our wives are around here. They take care of us anyway. But yeah, that was just one thing I wanted to mention. Thank you everybody who left nice comments. But yeah, hopefully within the next few months, he'll be able to rebuild his strength, and that'll be one less thing that we all have to worry about. That would be nice. But again, thank you everybody for the kind words. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.